Hi, today I'm going to be sharing what are some good resources that you can use to take notes in your history classes. The first one is the best way to take notes. So, the best way to take notes is to always take them by hand. Studies have shown that taking notes by hand helps you remember the information better because you are writing that out instead of typing or copying and pasting. It would also help you when you're trying to take a test or a quiz because you'd be able to remember that information better. You also want to find a method that works for you because ultimately this is what's going to help you succeed and help you understand the information the best. Um, it's important that you find something good that works for you to make sure that you're really understanding the information as much as you can. Some in class note taking tips. You should only write down key topics. You don't need to have all the information that the teacher is saying. You should really keep it to mostly main key topics, and this will help you to not write everything down and to help you when you're studying, that you don't have to study a whole list of stuff that may be unnecessary. You should also always ask questions when you're in class. You're probably not going to figure it out on your own later, or if you do, it's going to cause a lot of unnecessary stress. I used to always do that, so I think you should just ask the teacher the question if you have them, and then write down the answers so that way you can study it back for when you're studying at home, and it will help you. You'll never forget the answer to that question. Next is to keep everything organized. Have your notes all in one place. Don't have them scattered on 10 different sheets of paper. It's really important to keep them organized in order to help you when you're studying to remember, because it would not be good if you lost one sheet of notes or something like that the day before the test. Next is some of the best note taking applications. The first one is just a notebook, so just pen and paper, writing it down. Like I mentioned earlier, this is the best way to help you remember information. But if you're more of an online person, Google Docs is also a good, simple tool to use. It's really helpful though if you were to highlight or make certain words, certain key topics in different sizes and letters. That way, it'll be more similar to a notebook where you can skim and look for those main topics when you're studying. Some other good notes that are in the Chrome Web Store are Market and BeanNote. These are really helpful as well. Some popular types of note taking that you might want to add into your routine. The first one is the outline method. This is where you write main topics in larger sizes and then include details and bullet points under the title. This is really helpful for reviewing because you can skim through, find this topic that you need, and then review everything under just that topic. And it also helps to highlight the key points so that way you really know what you need to study when it comes time for a test. The next one is the charting method. This is a really good one if you have a lot of information to take down in a history class that is all similar or could be compared. So you want to create a chart divided with the topics that you want to cover, and it can hold all of the data, facts, and information that your teacher might be giving you. It might just be quicker to write out if all of the topics are covering the same thing. Some good resources to use. Crash Course. Crash Course is a great resource to use because it is a free YouTube service that you can look up, and a man called John Green makes these detailed videos for you to watch. The animation is really good on them, so it helps you to remember and actually visualize what's happening. These are also great if you're studying in a time crunch because the videos are only 10 to 15 minutes long. So if you really, the night before quiz, you need to review really quickly, see what's happening. This would be a really good thing to use. And it's also a good review if you went to school and you're still a little confused about the lesson you learned. If you went home and watched this and then try to pull out the key factors that you were confused about, that would be really beneficial to you. And also, in addition to taking notes on it, Crash Course is a great thing to use for that. The next one, ABC Clio. ABC Clio is a database that Lamont provides. Your teachers can give you the passwords for that. Um, it has thousands of resources for you to use. If you just type in your topic, tons and tons of articles, artifacts, pictures, sources will pop up for you, which is really helpful. Most of the sources have already been cited, like a works cited page, which you would add to a works cited page. This is really helpful if you're trying to do a history project because you don't have to do any extra work, which is really convenient. You can also look up any topic on there, and you don't have to worry about it being reputable or not because ABC Clio is a very reputable source, and it's a really good website to use if you're trying to really understand a certain topic. Because when you type in that topic, you can get tons of articles to read, so that way you really familiarize yourself with the information. Last up is a few of the resources that I have used before that I think are very beneficial. So the first one, National Geographic, PBS Learning, or Statistics in School, these are all very helpful. National Geographic has a lot of good articles that you could look for. It's really good for projects as well because you can look for stuff that supports your argument if you were taking a project, or just look up a certain topic for note taking. Thank you so much for watching and happy studying.